Really quick, UnCloned insiders, it's time to go from unknown to UnCloned. You got to have the UnCloned book bundle, the #1 book bundle in the marketplace to help you live an uncloned life and build an uncloned brand. All you have to do is head over to unclonedbb.com. That is UnClonedbb.com. Until next time, let's go live an uncloned life and build an uncloned brand. Hey, y'all. Can y'all see me? Oh, my God. Y'all, we got up to I think I saw 49 people on here. OMG. What's up, y'all? How you doing? How y'all doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm sorry, y'all. I don't like a dirty mic, so I'm sorry if this is in y'all ear, okay? I need to get this off. Okay, anyway. Can y'all hear me, see me? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Where y'all at? So, we're trying something out new today, okay? Can y'all hear me? What's up? Chat on the phone, video on YouTube. Let's go. Yes. Okay, so first off, if you're not a part of our brand new school community, what it do? Okay. What it do? What's good? Okay. Hey, y'all. I see y'all. I see all the comments on screen. So let me start shouting some of y'all out. The Design Pharmacy. I think that's how you say it. Pharmacy. Hey, Pam, what's going on? We got Anna in the building. Let me take this lower third off. 1 second, y'all. Let's see. Full screen without the lower third. There we go. That way I can move some stuff around. Okay. If you're in the school community, just comment and let me know if you can hear me or whatever, or you can watch on YouTube, your choice. Okay. We are doing a test. I will be testing out, can I stream privately? Probably later today. And so this is more so like our public stream, but I do want to test with doing custom live streams directly inside of our community. So yay, that's cool. All right, let's see. Okay. Then we got my husband. So Calvin is here. You'll see him in the chat. So if you all have any questions, let him know. And then we go from there. Let's see what else we have here. 1 second. Y'all, I'm doing a lot right now. I was going to try to go on live and tell people on Instagram that we live, but your girl didn't have time. But I did have time to get these notes ready. And then I do have a lot of stuff I want to show y'all. So this is going to be a really good live stream. All right. So who else do we have here? Hyper Ventures. What's up? We got TP in the building. All right. We got Miss Moore in the building. We got Kinks Digital in the building. We got Yolanda Payton in the building. Hey, y'all. If I jack y'all name up, y'all just going to have to help your sister out. Okay. We got Vision Made TV. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We got Paula Banks in the building. We have Estee. Is it Estee Maria? I'm probably jacking it up. Please don't come for me. So, and let me know, how did you hear about this live stream? How did you hear about this live stream? Now, if you don't know this about me, I love my earrings. Okay, if you want to come to my heart and love on me, get your girl some custom earrings. Okay, I love earrings. So welcome. All right, we got Miss Montgomery in the building. We got Priscilla A in the building. We got Victorious Vocal Coaching in the building. We got Rochelle in the building. Okay. We got Tyra Moore in the building. Look at my hair. Hey, I just got my hair done. Kenyatta did my hair. She's in the group. She's inside the UnCloned community. We got Sharice in the building. Okay, I already shouted y'all out. Okay, so let me get to the content. Okay. Let me get to the content. I'm doing the damn most. I'm so happy, y'all. Like, I'm so happy I could cry. That's how happy I've been lately. Rochelle, I talked to Rochelle a lot about, my feelings. Like, you know how you have your friends, you got different types of friends. Like some friends you could just talk about all business stuff with. And then some friends you could talk about a little bit of more business, a little bit of life. But like, I would probably classify Rochelle as my life friend, meaning we talk a lot about life more than we talk about business. Because I remember when I first met her, she was just like, dude, like, is this all you do? Like, do you have a hobby? Like, all you talk about is business. And I'm so used to all my friendships have been just, business that, I normally don't have friends who like, you'd be like, girl, do you got a hobby? What else are you doing? Like, she's always checking in on me about my health. Did you work out? Are you eating right? She's like, did you go to the doctor? Like, I don't know about you, but like, you have those people in your life that push you on the life side. And I feel like I learned a lot from Rochelle in that capacity. So I just wanted to shout her out real quick. Today, this is what I wanted to say too. I think Calvin dropped a link to the school community, but if you're not in the school community, like, you're missing out big time. And I will say this, the beauty about what we're working on right now is that a lot of stuff is changing the game right now. There's a lot of stuff that we're doing that's changing the game right now. And you want to be tapped in, because I feel like the future of social media is community. And how many of you all have heard community in the past, but when you thought about community, it sounds like, that's just a Facebook group. Just put a 1 in the chat if you feel like that, right? Like, you feel like, man, I hear this all the time, and people always tell you like, you need to, have a community, right? You need to have a community. And you hear people say that. Now I'm getting comfortable. We about to talk and have a good time. Everything. Matter of fact, let me check my audio. I think it's good, but I want to hear it. Hello, testing. Hey y'all. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about. Okay, cool. So it's still working. Okay, cool. I wanted to make sure it was solid. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. So, we all hear about starting a Facebook group. And a lot of the times people think Facebook groups is community, and it's not. Okay. Now, there's a difference between having a Facebook group where you genuinely want to see people win, and then having a Facebook group because you're using it as a way to get clients. You're treating your Facebook group like a marketing channel. Does that make sense, what I'm saying? And so when you hear people say, you need to start a community, you need to have a community, this, that, and the third, what they're essentially saying is you need to be able to cultivate a space to get people to like you so they'll buy your products and services. And even though that may be part of it, I'm one of those people where in my group, I'm doing an audio newsletter every Monday. We started doing YouTube videos every single Wednesday. I'm active. I'm an active participant in my group. I'm in my group all the time. If you're in the new school community, like, I've been in that joint. I ain't been calling my friends. I know my friends are like, where are you? Like, I've just been like, ooh, that's funny. Ha ha ha. And I'm laughing. Ha ha ha. Like, I don't think y'all realize the level of joy that I have experienced by bringing my Facebook group community over to school. Did we transfer 4,000 people over to this new school group? No. But what we did do, we were able to identify who is for the UnCloned brand. Because when you join a community, we set the standards from the start. We set what this is going to be from the start. And I think it's important to note that there's so many reasons why I believe that social media is going to now require you to have a community, right? Because the people who have community is killing it, and the people who don't have community is not killing it. You're having a hard time, right? And so even though I have a lot of people who were in my Facebook group, they weren't seeing my stuff. Okay? Like, they legit wasn't seeing my stuff. So I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, if they can't see my stuff, because I ain't gonna lie, y'all. At one point, I was like, oh, my people, they don't like me. What's going on? I was a little crying. I was always bitching all the time, talking to my friends. I call Rochelle. No one's liking my content. Oh. And like the only time it seemed like I was getting traction is when I was launching. And then when I decided to go all in on community, I wasn't getting that response. And I'm like, this is a waste of time. Like, I don't want to be having a community that's dead as hell. Like, I want a community that's engaged and active. And another thing, we have a new policy in our new community where if you don't get active, engaged, and level up to level 2, you're getting kicked out. And so if you join a community on day 1, your days are numbered, my friend, because on November the 25th, we're removing anybody who joined on November the 14th who has not leveled up to level 2. I don't give a damn about how many people that's in the group from a number perspective. I'm not looking at the numbers. I'm looking at the people who show up for themselves. I'm looking at the people who are like coming into the group, making time for the group. People love the new community so much that I've been hearing people in the community say, oh, I'm finna add this to my calendar. Like, I'm about to be tapped in. Like, I'm about to be doing my thing. And so it just brings a level of joy knowing that when you show up, you got people who gonna show up for you. And I don't ever want to be this guru that's so big that I can't learn a thing or two. I've been learning so much from the people that are in the community. Like, they have so much wisdom. I'm learning about new tools. I'm learning about new software. I'm not the only one that knows stuff. I may be further along, but we also have some people in the community that's further along than me. No one is above engaging. Did you get what I'm saying? Right? No one is above engaging. A lot of people, especially like your high-level entrepreneurs, they think they too good to engage with their community. They think they too good to take photos with their community. They think they too good to show up in the same space with their community. They think they too good to make time to listen to what people are saying or hear what they need help with. They think they're that good. And some of these people need to be humbled, to be honest. And I've always been that person that if you show up for yourself, I'm going to show up for you. If you don't show up, then I can't support you, right? And so it's important to note that, like, when you're putting yourself out there, that you need to prioritize your people. So anyway, I done jumped into this live stream. I have not introduced myself. We're about to get into those talking points. And so my name is Audria Richmond. I'm a marketing and launch strategist. I work directly with my clients to teach them how to build uncloned brands. I am the brand and the girl that you come to when you want to become the obvious choice in your industry. So welcome to today's live stream. I have a lot of talking points, and so this is about to be good. And this is another thing. Y'all want to know why I wasn't going live like as often as I would go live, but I wasn't going live as much? Who wants to do a live with 2 people on it? Okay? And so I'm like, let me just do this live, and then I'm going to jet out. Let me do this live, and let me jet out. Okay? So anyway, I just want to say thank y'all. Like, y'all just don't know, like, I kept telling myself before this live stream, like, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. Like, I had to keep telling myself that, just don't cry, please don't cry. And I just been so freaking happy. Like, after my mother died, y'all, I just haven't been feeling that feeling. And I feel like with the birth of this community, I've been feeling that feeling. I've been feeling that drive that Audria y'all remember. That's not to say that the Audria y'all experiencing now is trash, but this Audria had to experience the death of a parent. This Audria had to experience shady relationships. This Audria had to experience being broke down so I can build myself back up. The Audria you're experiencing now had to break herself down to build herself back up. And if you haven't listened to my most recent audio newsletter, I talked a lot about the things that I let go this year. and the things that I'm leaving in 2024. And surprisingly, that's the most commented thread outside of the pinned post in the school community. I asked the question of, hey, what are you all leaving in 2024? Y'all, that thread is gold. It has like 800 and something comments. I've never had any post on Facebook to ever get that many comments, like ever. And anyway, I'm so excited. I need to make sure I stick to my talking points. So let me calm down. Let me calm down, because I don't know if y'all know how important it is to be able to show up in a space and feel safe and be ready to serve. So anyway, we got a lot to cover, so let's get into it. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is what's going on with social media right now, right? That's the very first thing that I want to talk about. Also, if you all want to get a direct access to the group, you can go to uncloned.group. That's UNCLONED.group. And it'll take you straight to our school community, or you can click the link in the chat if you're watching on YouTube, okay? All right, so let's talk about my first talking point, which is what's going on with social media, right? I know that I'm not the only one that is experiencing major decline on these social media platforms. Put a one in the chat if you've been experiencing that, because I know it ain't just me. Like I'm in these communities and I'm just like, I'm looking around. It feels like a goddamn ghost town. And let me just show y'all my Instagram, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm really getting to the point where I'm probably finna abandon a lot of my social media channels. I'm definitely not saying that you all need to do that. But when I say abandon, what I'm saying is I'm going to deprioritize how many times I post on social media. So with that being said, hold on, y'all. I need to log into my Instagram because I want to show y'all something. Give me 1 second. Let me put this in here, because I want to show y'all something. Taking y'all behind the scenes on my Instagram. Okay, so let me go to my Instagram. Let me share my screen with you. Okay. Share screen. Okay, can y'all see my screen? Okay. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen. If you look at my Instagram, right? If you look at my Instagram, one of the things you will notice is my account reached 22,000 people, right? And every single day I get unfollows and all of the things. So I'm kind of over this. I'm probably gonna make a couple posts, maybe one post a week or something like that, a couple posts a week. But I'm definitely finna deprioritize a lot of these social media channels, because I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna deprioritize in a minute. All right. And so let me scroll down here. So look at the engagement that I'm getting on my post and content, right? And I'm curious. I'm actually curious to know. Let me ask. I'm finna ask ChatGPT a question real quick. Give me 1 second. So I'm about to ask ChatGPT a question real quick. So I'm finna ask ChatGPT. Okay. And if y'all don't have ChatGPT on y'all phone, I be using this joint like it's my damn personal assistant. But I wanted to talk about. I'm finna ask ChatGPT a question. So I'm gonna ask them, what is? Let me see what my most recent post got. How many likes it got? So my most recent post, the last post I made, got 26 likes. Okay, 26 likes. So because it got 26 likes, I'm gonna say, what is 26 of, how many is this? How many followers I got? 81,400. Okay. So 81,400. What is 26 of 81,400? Let's see. All right, let's see. I'm doing this thing right quick. Y'all, it's 0.032. Okay. Did y'all catch that? Just put a hell yeah in the chat. Did y'all catch that? Let me say it again. 26 people liked my most recent post, and I have an account with 81,400. Now, before you try to say, oh, well, maybe your account got a lot of, you bought followers. I didn't buy no followers. I've never purchased followers. Now, can a bot follow me and it look like I got fake followers? Probably so. Everybody got some bot accounts that follow them, but I have never purchased followers. These are followers that I believe that I earned through creating content, right? And so I'm creating the content, I'm putting the content out, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? And so this is crazy. 0.03%, 32% of my people saw my content. So let me ask you a question. Okay. I don't even want to show you my threads. That's, everybody's just, oh my God, threads is amazing. Threads is amazing. Let me just tell you Audria Richmond's perspective on this. Okay. Now, I can't vouch for all the other content gurus. I'm just speaking on Audria Richmond behalf. Number one, my priority as an organization is to generate revenue. That's everybody's job. So if you're running a business, social media should not be a hobby for you. You're not getting on social media because it's cool. Yes, social media can be cool, but you're getting on social media to build a brand and ultimately generate sales, clients, and customers, right? And so that's the number one priority as a company. So if you're prioritizing everything but that, you're missing the point, okay? You're missing the point. And so with that being said, if I'm making content and only 0.003.32% see my shit, then how the hell do I supposed to have any traction if people can't see my stuff? Are y'all getting this? Like, this is probably the number one thing. And if you are a person that do not run ads, you really need to listen to me, because you are a person that's prioritizing organic content. And let me say this, for all the people who are just like, I post organic content and my shit is always popping, and it's because your ass is always on social media. I have yet to see somebody who don't run ads that practically live on social media. Okay? Live on social media. Every time you come in on it don't matter what platform it is. If you on Thread, they got like 100 threads for the day. If you on YouTube, they got about 10 reels going up per day. If you on Facebook, they posting every hour on the hour. Okay? Who got that kind of time? Who got that kind of time? Let me know in the chat. Maybe y'all got more time than I'm aware of. Do you have that kind of time? Let me know. Let me know in the chat, because maybe y'all got more time than me. Maybe I'm not really, maybe my account really is bad. Maybe I'm a horrible marketer. Maybe that's really what's going on. Maybe I'm just, damn, I really suck. So one of the reasons why I have always prioritized marketing campaigns and launching and running ads, because it's the only thing that peers through trying to be a slave on these goddamn social media platforms. And so it's important to note that if you're trying to build a brand and you're trying to put yourself out there in a big way, you need to understand that you need to have a strategy when you're on social media. I don't use social media to get to just get likes and followers. That's cute. But when I'm on social media, I'm trying to generate email leads. I'm trying to generate sales. I'm generating calls. I'm generating bookings. I don't know why you're on social media, but you should be prioritizing those things. I did a whole YouTube video on what you need to prioritize, right? From a business perspective. So I would say social media reach on social media is declining, right? And so let me share my screen one more time, okay? And let me see if I can pull up my picture-in-picture. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna duplicate this so I can have two versions of this, and y'all seeing me create this in real time. I'm using Ecamm, by the way. Show picture-in-picture. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm pulling this up. Let's do round, and then let's do what camera I want this to be. 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to set this up. How do I switch the cameras right quick? Show picture-in-picture. It ain't coming up. All right. I can't be fancy like I want to, but next time I'll be fancy as hell, okay? But nevertheless, I'm on my profile, right? And right now you can see, let's go to my most recent post. So we already talked about like how many likes it got. I got a couple of comments. I'm gonna click on view insights, right? So can y'all see that? That content was viewed 496 times. That means people are just on social media, just scrolling. It reached 496 people. It say 97% of my people saw this content. 2.6% of them were non-followers. It say 457 people saw it from home. This is some new shit Instagram doing. What the hell is from home? So from home, from profile, from other accounts reached 387. And then we have how many likes, followers. We got one save, accounts engaged 27, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. That's what Audria Richmond is saying right now. Blah, blah, blah. That's how I feel about social media. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. You know how the minions be? That's how I feel like the little yellow minions. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like sick of social media. Okay. All right. So that's number one. Okay. There's been a huge decline in social media engagement, period. Right. It doesn't matter if I'm posting on my personal Facebook page, my Instagram, if I'm posting threads. I think the only thing we saw traction with this year was our email marketing, our YouTube videos, and our lunches, and now our school community. Let me say that again. The only thing that has been working for us this year has been email marketing, YouTube live streams, lunches, doing marketing campaigns and virtual events, and launching this school community. Those are the top 4 things that has ran numbers around any social media platform. This is why if you have an audience of 1,000 people, 10,000 people, and it's not getting any reach, it's kind of like you don't have an audience. This is why it's so important to take the people who's following you, who like your stuff, and get them off the platform onto your own email list and your own SMS list. According to our data, right? Not just anybody else's data. According to our data, over 800 people have taken the UnCloned brand assessment. Of the people who have taken the assessment, let me I'm going to give you what the number is. The last time I checked, it was like 80 something percent of people who have taken the assessment that do not have an email list. However, people are prioritizing their social media following. And guess what? When we asked the question of, hey, do you have over 1,000 people collectively that follow you on social media? It was a resounding yes. People were like, yeah, they had more pride in telling us that they have a reach of over 1,000 people on social media, but they don't have 1,000 people that's on their email list. And this is something that I really, really, really want y'all to get, right? Yeah, 80% of the people who took the UnCloned brand assessment said that they do not have an email list of 1,000 people or more. And some of you all have been on social media for 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, 2 years. What are you doing if you're not growing your email list? What are you doing if you're not getting text messages? What are you doing? How are you generating leads and sales? You're not even doing the basics, which is asking for people for their name, phone number, and email so y'all can stay connected. That's how you run a business. You can't run a business if you can't communicate with the people that you're trying to reach. Does this make sense, y'all? Just put yes in the chat if this makes sense. Okay? Now, again, on the flip side, when I said, hey, do you have at least 1,000 people collectively across all social media channels? 67% of people said, yes, I do. I do have over 1,000 people that follow me. Well, if you got 1,000 people who follow you on social media, but they won't follow you to your email list, how real is it? How real is it? You know, when people come in on my posts on social media, when they're not like a part of our community, like when people engage with me, you know, like on Threads or YouTube, not YouTube, but like Instagram, Facebook and stuff like that, people will always see me in like other spaces and be like, oh my God, I always loved you. You're my favorite person. But they're not on my email list. They ain't never bought none of my books. You know what I mean? They ain't tapped into the community, but they're a super fan. Girl, bye. You are not a damn fan. You're not a super fan. You only think I'm cool because I showed up in a space that you did not expect me to be. That's what that is. And so I can always tell the difference between somebody who really rock with us and somebody who just want to it's fake love. It's like fake love, fake support. Miss me with the fake shit. Okay. Like, if you don't know anything about me, I am from Memphis. Memphis people tend to be very direct, very honest, but we cool as hell. But we don't play the BS, right? We don't do that fake socializing stuff. It's one of the reasons why I don't really socialize offline a lot, because people just be too goddamn fake for me. When I go to these conferences, it's like fakeness on 10,000. You know, it's cool when you deal with a little bit of fakeness. You know what I'm saying? Just a little dabble, like a little sprinkle of fakeness. But I'm not trying to get on a rocket ship of fakeness by attending a conference with a bunch of people who pretending like they fuck with me. Nah, sis, that ain't what this is. And so, anyway, that's my first talking point, is that there's been a decline in engagement on social media. So that's like the first thing. The second thing, okay, and I got my notes here. So once I started to notice that I'm posting all this content, I'm making all these reels, I'm doing all of these things, but it ain't working. Like, I call myself a marketing and launch strategist. I didn't say I was a traffic strategist. Okay. I didn't say I was a social media strategist. I said I am a marketing and launch strategist. I can come up with some fire ass strategies for your marketing, and I can come up with some fire ass strategies for your launches. But your girl don't know none about what this algorithm doing. And this algorithm will prioritize what they see fit, which moves me to my second point. These platforms want you to do what they want you to do, not what you have set out for your business, right? And so if the platform is like, let's say that you're trying to post an engaging piece of content that you know is going to help people, you post it as a carousel. And then Instagram say, oh no, you can't do that. You can't post a carousel, baby. You need to post a reel if you want that carousel thing you just did to get some traction. So if you don't really do what we're telling you to do, we're going to show you better than we can tell you, which means they're not going to give you as much reach. And so if you're not one of those people who just like, like for instance, I'm a long form content girl. Okay. It's one of the reasons why I love my audio podcast, my audio newsletter. It's one of the reasons why I love my YouTube channel. It's one of the reasons why I loved my Facebook group, but now we're on school. I'm loving the school community because I'm a deep thinker. I got big thoughts. I ain't got time to be thinking about something I want to talk about for about 15 minutes. And I got to figure out how to take a 15-minute conversation and turn it into 90 seconds because the algorithm wants me to do that. No, I want to show up in a way that I know I can be my best self. And I don't want to be penalized for not posting the way you want me to post. And that's how a lot of these platforms work. If you don't do what they want you to do, you pretty much like a slave to them. And so I'm just like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. All right. Okay. So I talked about, that was point number 3, which is breaking from the algorithm. Okay. So number 4, you need to know your personality type. Okay. Like, you need to know your personality type. Are you a person that thrives off writing than write? You would love school. You would love, I'm trying to think of a platform. You would probably love Medium. Like, if you love to write, you need to pick platforms that will prioritize written content. Number 2, if you are a video person, you should be on YouTube. You should be going live on Instagram. You can also be going live on Facebook. Now, let's be clear. Just because I'm finna deprioritize some of these platforms don't mean I ain't gonna use it as a traffic strategy to get people into my community on school. Let's be clear about that, okay? So I'm totally going to still continue to use these platforms, but it would be for the mere purpose of getting people to do a few things. 1, get on our email list, take our UnCloned brand score, and join our community. That's it. That's the priority. I don't give a shit if you don't follow me. I would rather you join our email list or come to our community. That's what I would like to personally prioritize. All right. And so you got to know your personality type. Are you a voice person? Create a podcast. If you're afraid to be on camera, like, I don't know if y'all noticed this, but like Audria Richmond has been using slides for a while, for a few months. Why? Because, I wasn't feeling it. But today I'm on camera. I'm feeling it, baby. And so this is another thing. You don't want to show up on social media mad because you know your shit ain't getting traction. And it's one of the reasons why I was like, you know what? I really, 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 really need to prioritize moving off this platform. Like, I need to get my community off of Facebook and I need to move it off to the side, right? And I need to take it to a platform that's gonna respect me, okay? Put some respect on my name. Somebody drop respect in the chat, okay? Put some respect on my name. These platforms about to respect me, dog. You know what I'm saying? We ain't playing those games. We're not playing those games. We're not doing that, okay, Jack? All right, so anyway, that's my third talking point. All right, so we talked about personality type. All right, number 5. Ooh, y'all gonna love this one. Now I'm about to get into products, okay? And we about to talk about experiences now, okay? All right. Let's see. Let me throw some of this on the chat real quick. Respect, I know, right? That's how we spelling respect around here from now on. Respect. No, respect. Okay. Oh, am I saying it right? Respect. Anyway. Respect. Let's put some respect on my name, okay? I am here for it. All right. Yes, that's how we spell it, respect. Ain't no other way to spell it. Okay, respect. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure I shout out some of y'all. Thank you for participating in the chat. All right. Also, if you're watching this live inside of our school community, just know in order to get your comments on screen, you have to comment on YouTube. Okay, just a little FYI. Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about, number 5, is loyal customers and community members. This is going to be a good one. Okay. Let's talk about the difference between loyal customers and community members. So let me pull up my little stool right here. Okay. Let me pull up my little stool. I got my little gadgets over to the side. Okay. So let me pull up my stool. So how many of you all are familiar with Disney? Somebody put Disney in the chat. Okay. Somebody put Disney in the chat. Are y'all familiar with Disney? Just put yes in the chat. Everybody should be, right? So if you're familiar with Disney, then do you know about Disney or are you a fan of Disney? Good question. You can be a customer of a brand and not have an affinity or love for the brand, right? We all grew up on Disney, at least my generation. We watched a lot of Disney movies growing up. Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, both versions of Beauty and the Beast. Like we grew up on a lot of these things, right? And so if you know about Disney, did you know about the D23 Club? Is anybody like, what the hell is that? Let me know if you knew what that is. Do anybody know what D23 is? If you don't know, that means you're not an insider, boo. That means you're not an insider. Y'all, I got so many ideas. I'm thinking about a community magazine where we can feature people. Oh my God, I got so many damn ideas. We're going to start. Oh, let me just go ahead and put y'all up on Gang. We're about to start the UnCloned cheerleading team. Did y'all know I used to be a cheerleader? Yes. Okay. Audria Richmond used to be a cheerleader for Melrose High School in Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. And so I was a high school cheerleader. I also was a cheerleader for about a year at East High School in Memphis, but I graduated from Melrose. Okay. But nevertheless, we're about to have a UnCloned cheerleading team that's going to cheer you to success. We're going to have uniforms. It's going to be fly. Okay. That's in the future, but I just kind of wanted to let y'all know a little bit. Okay. All right. So D23 is Disney's fan club. Okay. Fan club. Okay. It is Disney's fan club. Okay. Guess what they send their fans? One, you only pay $50. That's it. You only pay $50. That's it. I think it's $50. Is it $50 or $100? I don't know. It's cheap as hell, whatever it is. And so they have a magazine that they send out every quarter. Do y'all see this? I get this every quarter. Guess what this entire magazine is? Y'all remember in your UnCloned brand score? If you ain't got your UnCloned brand report, you're missing out, boo-boo. You're missing out. Head over to unclonedbrandscore.com and go learn your UnCloned brand score. Make a note of that, right? And if you're inside the UnCloned insiders, or if you're inside the UnCloned school community, we already told you to do this. So if you've been engaged and been doing your thing and you haven't taken an assessment, What are you waiting on? Because I'm going to talk about something related to the assessment. If you taking your assessment, you'll be able to relate to this next talking point. So right here, Disney has their own magazine, okay? And if you book the debrief call, I talked about this during our debrief call, but basically, when you are developing your product suite, you need to develop a ecosystem. And so let me put this down for a second, just to kind of illustrate this point. Audria, what the hell is an ecosystem? So when you're creating an ecosystem for your brand, you want your products to not compete with each other, but to complement each other. So let me explain. So how many of y'all have an iPhone? Just put a 1 in the chat if you have an iPhone. If you have an iPhone, one of the things you will experience with having an iPhone is that if you have an iPhone, you probably have an Apple Watch. If you have an Apple Watch, you probably have a MacBook Pro. If you have a MacBook Pro, you probably have an iMac. If you have Apple TV, you have Apple Podcasts, Apple Music, Apple News. You are a part of Apple's ecosystem. And so as a client and customer, you have a lot of their products and services integrated into your lifestyle, which makes you a fan and a customer of the brand. And so with that being said, Disney has an ecosystem. They have their theme parks, they have their movies, they have their TV networks, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to go down the Disney rabbit hole. If you go to YouTube, I think if you go to Google and just type in, Disney business model or whatnot, you'll be able to see like all of their different companies and how they all work together. They all work together because oftentimes we're creating products that compete with each other, but they don't complement each other. And so, for instance, if you're part of our UnCloned Lunch Circle, that's not the same as our UnCloned 90. And our UnCloned 90 is not the same as our Mastermind. And our Mastermind is not the same as our Publishing Like a Pro program. Does this make sense? Like, they all work with each other. For instance, you could be a Mastermind client and need to learn how to publish. And so Publishing Like a Pro, regardless if you're a Mastermind client or not, you get to benefit from Publishing Like a Pro because you get to learn how to publish like a pro. But if you're going to be building a brand does publishing. Example, Disney, they're publishing a magazine. Does this make sense? Because, when people think about, I want to be an author, you don't have to just write a book. You could publish a card deck, a magazine, a workbook, a planner. You're not limited to a book. You could publish card decks, notebooks, journals. And so just know that, like, when you're building your brand and when you're putting things out there in a big way, you have to think about your products and services as an ecosystem. So with that being said, Disney has a magazine called D23, okay? And with this magazine, I'm going to show you how beautiful this magazine is. You get it every quarter, okay? It looks like this. And then this is the back of the magazine, okay? What's that? Musafa, right? This is the new movie that's coming out. What did I just say? I literally just said that. Disney has a movie that's coming out. How did they advertise it? In their own asset. Okay, this is their asset. This is their intellectual property. Remember when I was talking about this during the debrief call? If you taking the UnCloned brand assessment and you have not booked your debrief call, you're missing out on a lot of nuggets on how to truly understand your UnCloned brand score. Okay, and so one of the things you will notice in the magazine is that they have, let me show you what they have. They have one that's like, hey, if you're a D23 member, this is what you get. You get this really cool kit. And then they got their table of contents, okay? Let me move this so I can make sure y'all can see this. Okay. Okay, let me move that. Okay, so you can see this, right? So they have their D23 club. They just telling you, like, when you become a D23 member, what you get access to. Got your table of contents. And then they have articles about what they sell. Because think about it. When you become as big as Disney, how the hell do you let your best customers know what's going on? This is beyond a newsletter, my friends. This is not a newsletter. Because they have so many assets, from movies to theme parks to courses and programs and leadership training. Like, Disney got a lot going on. How do they encapsulate that? They put it into a magazine every single quarter for their super fans. They know that our D23 members are much more loyal to our brand than someone who just came to a theme park one time and never got integrated into the brand. And so it's important to note that when you have people, you can have a customer that buy from you over and over and over, but is they a community member? community members get deeply involved into the culture of the brand. They begin to incorporate that brand as a part of their lifestyle. So, for an example, some of the people inside of our community, inside the UnCloned community, we call our people UnCloned insiders. Some of our UnCloned insiders said to us, hey, we're about to add engaging in this school community as a top priority because I love it that much. And that's something you want to be asking yourself. Are you building a brand that people absolutely love, where when they wake up in the morning, they want to do this? If not, what are you building? And let me also say this for those who are just like on the fence about community and you're seeing community as work. I would rather talk to however many people in my group every single day because I know they genuinely love the brand than to be on social media socializing with lurkers and fake supporters. Does that make sense? I've been promoting this for a while. Hey, y'all, come and join us on school. Come and join us on school, everybody. Please, y'all, come and join us on school. Everybody that join our group that claim to be a super fan, they act like they don't see me talking. Hey, I'm running ads and shit. Hey, y'all, come join the community. Don't y'all see me? Hey, come over here. Please, somebody. Can y'all come over here? Like, I'm just like, God damn. Like, what does it take to get people's attention these days? Because literally yelling out don't work. Running ads don't work. And so posting 1,000 times on social media is not working. What's working? Which moves me to my next talking point. How many of you all have been feeling like online feels dirty? I don't know. Can't think of another word. It's been feeling dirty, unconnected. It just has been feeling bad. I don't know why. I think that's going to be a really good clip. But anyway, if you really look at what social media been feeling like, it's just been feeling like everybody isn't a reporter. They're reporting on the latest news. This is what's going on. Company XYZ said why XYZ. And I'm just like, you're not even a blogger, lady. Like, why the fuck are you talking about this? This ain't got nothing to do with your brand. You literally said you're an esthetician. Why are you talking about this news thing that ain't got nothing to do with getting facials? Like, come on. Like, why are we talking about random stuff? So with that being said, I just been feeling like social media just been feeling so bad. Like, I don't know. Can't put my vibe on it. And so I was just like, I don't like this. I'm a person who likes to love on people, support people, and be there for people. And social media was starting to become this disjointed space that I just really didn't like no more. Like, I was starting to hate social media. And I was definitely one of those people who was like, oh my God, social media is fun. And I remember Rochelle told me a couple years ago, like, social media, I just can't with social media, right? And I'd be like, there's nothing wrong with social media. Social media is awesome. And then I started to feel what she was saying, because every time I got on social media, and y'all tell me, if you on Facebook, you really gonna be able to see what I'm talking about. You on Facebook, right? And people on the platform talking shit. You know what I mean? They just talking crazy to folks, talking about people, sharing the latest bullshit. You get what I'm saying? Like, for instance, one of the things that people be talking about or sharing online, right, is things about other people. They talk about people, they create threads, they screenshot things, and they create conversations around it, right? And these are business owners we're talking about, by the way. These are not regular people, because I was trying to figure out, how the hell did my news feed get so negative? Does that make sense what I'm saying? Like, I was trying to figure out, how is my news feed so negative when I follow so many business owners? How is that? How is it that Audria Richmond follows all of these different business owners who claim to have a business, and they talk about everything but business? And if they are talking about business, they're shaming their clients and customers. They're talking about people on the internet. They talking down on people. They're not edifying anyone. They're throwing shade. They're screenshotting BS. And I'm just trying to understand, like, sis, go get some help. It's clear and evident that you need some therapy. You need to go read my client card deck. Go get you some of my therapy cards. Like, you need to go do something, right? You need to learn how to love on yourself. Go get you a Simply Lovable kit from Lamora, my other client. Like, some of y'all need some help because social media is not your diary. And you're talking to someone who literally used to use social media as my diary. Me dumping my feelings and emotions on social media every day, all day. And you don't notice because you think you're being cool and you're getting a lot of engagement. But sometimes you're repelling your best clients by being so negative and toxic. You're literally repelling your best clients because you're being negative and toxic, and you're treating your what's on your mind little box on Facebook as your diary dumping ground. And I would just tell you, you want to start guarding your heart. Like, I got to the point where I leave my phone on silent. Okay. Like, majority of the time, my phone on silent. My phone on silent, the majority of the time. Another thing I have is this app called Opal. Okay. I have this app called Opal. And with this app, whenever I'm not with the shit, I hit block. And I can't get on social media. And I can determine how long I want to do this. I'm like, hey, man, just start it. I don't even want to get on the internet. Right. And it sets this thing up so I can just focus. Because there comes a time where you need to focus. Does this make sense, everybody? Like, I'm in my focus season, meaning I'm at the place now where I want to know Audria like I've never known her before. And what I mean by that is, how many of you all have, for lack of better terms, how many of you all have been everything to everybody, but you've never been everything to yourself? And I'm trying not to get emotional because I can feel my hands shaking a little bit when I said that. All my life, I just had to fight. No, I'm just joking. But I just feel like in my life, I have prioritized family. I have prioritized friends. I have prioritized clients. I have prioritized everybody but Audria Richmond. And in this season, I've been declining invites. I've been saying no gracefully. I've been unsubscribing to things and people that just don't serve me. I don't want one-sided relationships. If it's all about you and never about me and we can never do things together, and it's just like, I just can't. I just can't. And some of you all are unaware of it because you're giving so much of yourself. You're giving so much of yourself that you don't even realize how much you're giving. You actually poured all of you out a year ago, and it's just not catching up with you because now you're seeing it in your health. You're dehydrated. You know, your skin is jacked up. Like, every year you're gaining weight. Look at me. Big as I've ever been. Right? And it's important to know that, like, when you prioritize everything but you, guess who lose? You. And so I was just like, I'm sick of social media. I'm sick of trying to keep up with the reels and do all of that shit and go viral. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it. I said to myself, I want a safe space for just my people. The people who love on my brand, the people who love Audria Richmond, and the people who truly love what we stand for. And so I was like, F it. I'm about to take off. I'm finna take these people off of Facebook, the people who really rock with us. We're finna start over on school. And if you own school, you already been seeing what the vibe is. And we're going to make sure we protect that vibe because we have that 14-day policy. If you're in our school community and you have not leveled up to level 2, you will be removed. Okay. And I'm telling you to your face. So if you're going to watch this, I'm telling you to your face. If you requested to join our school community and you have not leveled up to level 2, which is all you got to do is read the top 3 posts, leave a comment, and engage with a couple of people. That's it, sis. That's all you got to do. Or bro, because I got some men in our group too. Like, it's that simple. And so if you don't want to show up and be an active participant to support other people, why would anybody support you? Which moves me to the next point. People are tired of following people where it's all about them and they don't get anything out of it. If you've been a part of our new school community, it's reciprocal. If I make a post and you come in on my post and you make a post, I'm going to come in on your post. If I make a post and you like my post, you're going to make a post and I'm going to come and like your post. It's reciprocal. That's why it's working. And that's what I've always wanted. A safe space to exist online without the drama. And I didn't realize how bad Facebook was from an algorithm perspective and far as content is perspective until I was on school for about I think about the fourth day where I was just on school all the time. And then I got off of school and I came over to Facebook and I said, this feels like I can see why I was depressed. There was a time where I was depressed and I didn't tie the two together, but it was Facebook. Facebook. Like just being on social media. And I was just like, I can't deal with the toxic narratives on social media. And let me be clear. And this is, I need y'all to hear what I'm saying. There are people who are getting paid by Facebook or Instagram. And they want the bonuses and they want the checks. So if you make your money from people clicking on your post or engaging with your post, what does that mean? That means that you got to create content that get people to stop the scroll. And you know, nothing on planet Earth gets people to stop the scroll than a negative, toxic conversation. Those are some of the top feeds. Those are some of the top things that I see inside of on my Facebook feed. And like I told you before, these people that I'm following didn't used to be negative. Let me be clear. They didn't used to be negative. I met these people when they were hella positive. But over time, because they're chasing the algorithm, they want the views. They want the likes. They want the comments. They want the followers. They want all of the traction. They want everybody looking at them. They want everybody checking for them. They want everybody liking and sharing and commenting. You know the way they do it? They poke you. They poke you with toxic conversations. And I ain't with it no more. I'm guarding my soul. I'm guarding my heart. And I ain't got time for it. And so one of the things when we ask people to leave a review about their experience with our community, one of the things that they kept saying over and over and over again, you have created a safe space. What should that tell you? What should that tell y'all? People are only on social media because unfortunately, that's what this has turned into. Unfortunately, this has turned into chasing algorithm, toxic conversation, and wannabe news reporters. Okay, that's essentially what social media is. And people want to come to a place in a space where they can be themselves authentically. They want to be themselves. They don't want to be judged. They don't want to be talked down on because they didn't buy your product or service. They want to be treated like a damn human. Why is that so hard? Because I know that's how I want to feel when I'm in other people's communities. That's how I want to feel when I make investments. Don't treat me like a number. Treat me like a person. I literally just had a horrible experience with a service provider. Horrible service provider, right? It started off cute, got a little rocky, and then eventually I was like, I don't want this. And after experiencing how I was talked to as a client, I just had to breathe. I had to do one of those. And I said, you know what? God got me. I'm chasing this little money. That ain't nothing. Because one thing that the Richmonds ain't never had to experience is going without. Period. And so I'm just like, okay, I'm going to create the safest space on the internet where people can come and be themselves, but they also need to show up for themselves. This ain't going to be a community where you can lurk in the background, soak up all the value from other people, and you don't add value yourself. And so I'm going to protect this space like my life depended on it. And I think it's important for you all to understand that people want a safe space. And so if you are cultivating a community, if you are building a brand, you need to be the guardian of your community and treat people like they are humans and not a dollar sign. These are people that we're talking about. These are people who want to change their lives. They want to grow their business, whatever you do. If you are an esthetician, people want really good skin. If you are whatever you do, people want the most positive version of that. So with that being said, I hope that this conversation we've had today really help you understand the future of communities. And so I did want to make a couple of recommendations, and then if we have any questions, you can ask me your questions in the chat and we go from there. Okay. All right. So first thing first, I want to recommend a book for y'all to read. Okay. The book is called The Get Together. Okay. Get Together is a book about cultivating community. It's a very quick read. I've recommended this before in our audio newsletter. And so if you haven't had a chance to grab this book, it's called Get Together. And it's a community book. So you just type in Get Together community on YouTube, not YouTube, but Amazon, and you'll be able to find it. Okay. So that's the first thing first. I wanted to put that out there. All right. The next thing that I wanted to recommend is that this Saturday, I am going to be teaching you step by step how to launch your school community if you use my affiliate link. And if you're like, how do I get the affiliate link? How do I learn how to set up my own school community? How do I set up the technology? How do I think about what this community is going to be about? If you want to attend this workshop this Sunday, you got to use my affiliate link. If you got a school community, you create another group, because you got to use my affiliate link in order to participate in Sunday's workshop. Okay. And so I'll be teaching you all step by step how to launch your own community on school, if that's something you want to do. And we'll make sure that if you come inside our school community, you'll be able to see the post. It's basically say, hey, do you want to launch a school community? There's a whole thing about that. Okay. So I said all that to say that it's very important that you support your clients and you show up for them. And even if they haven't spent a dime with you, you still should show up for them. Because if they make the time, energy, and effort to show up and support your brand, the least you can do is at least like their comment, acknowledge them, and see that they are who they are, right? The author, it doesn't have the author on here. Okay. Do we have any questions? We'll take some questions. Let's see. Hey, Ashley. What's up, boo? Let's see. Hey, Rhonda. I see some really cool names. I see some really cool people here. Hey, Khadija. I'll see you at the class on Sunday. Okay, author. Okay, I just put that in there. So, do you all have any questions? I'm gonna play our book commercial one more time, and then I'm gonna come back for Q&A if we have any questions. So, I'll see you in a moment. Really quick, UnCloned insiders, it's time to go from unknown to UnCloned. You got to have the UnCloned book bundle, the #1 book bundle in the marketplace to help you live an uncloned life and build an uncloned brand. All you have to do is head over to unclonedbb.com. That is unclonedbb.com. Until next time, let's go live an uncloned life and build an uncloned brand. Cool. So it looks like we don't have any questions. We also streamed this into our school community. So this is what I'm going to do. If you have any questions about the conversation we had today, leave your question on the thread of where you're streaming this video. Because I know we have some people who are streaming it. We're streaming this video directly into our school community. And so if you're on this post, if you're on this thread, leave your questions. Also, leave your biggest takeaway. What was the thing that really hit home for you, so you can really like tap into that. So hopefully, I'll see you all in the community, which I know I will, because y'all lit. And we're gonna go ahead and conclude with today's live stream. But thank you all so much for showing up for yourself, for showing up to the brand, and I appreciate you all. And until next time, y'all, let's go live an uncloned life and build an uncloned brand. Bye, y'all.